Good morning to everyone. Today we will learn about 12th standard chemistry. So already in the last class we have learnt about these solids, different types of solids, its properties, its characteristics. So everything we have learnt in the last class, and today we will learn about the crystal lattice and unit cell. Before learning the crystal lattice and unit cell, I want you to look at this cube. This cube is nothing but this is a cubic packed crystal, or it is cubic close packed crystal. For example, our NaCl, sodium chloride, it is a cubic close packed crystal. Now we know that in a crystalline solid the atoms and ions or molecules are arranged orderly, or there will be definite orientation of atoms or ions or molecule that are arranged in a three-dimensional pattern. See, you can look at all the three-dimensional pattern. I have drawn the structure of a cube. So this is the structure of the cube. I want you to practice in your home. So you draw the structure of this cube, and in this cube you can see 8 edges are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 edges are there, and it will be given by these values, variables A, B and C, that is the edge length. And it will be connected by different angle, that is known as two faces. Before that I want you to learn the faces. So here you can look at this cube. This is one face. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So for this cube there are 6 faces are there. So you must know some of the terms used in the solid state. So here in the cube you have 6 faces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is what faces. And in that faces we have some length, that is known as edge length. This edge length is given as A, B and C. And here we have 3 axes, that is X, Y and Z axis. So that is known as crystallographic axis. Since it is present in the crystal, it is known as crystallographic axis. Then the edge, that is from this origin to that axis, we have one length, that is known as edge length. So here the edge length is given as A, B, C. And this X, Y, Z is nothing but our crystallographic axis, and alpha, beta, gamma are 3 different angles. What is the angle? The angle present in between 2 faces, that is known as interfacial angle. So that is what alpha, beta and gamma. So in solid state you must know about these terms, that is edge length, interfacial angle, crystallographic axis, and I told that faces. So here in our cube there are 6 faces are there. So here in crystals there will be definite orientation of atoms or ions or molecules in a 3-dimensional pattern in a crystal, that is known as what? Crystal lattice. Then the basic repeating unit of a crystalline solid is called what? Unit cell. The basic repeating unit of crystalline solid is called what? Unit cell. Basic repeating unit of crystalline solid is called unit cell. Basic repeating unit of crystalline solid is called what? Unit cell. The basic repeating unit of crystalline solid is called unit cell. This can be asked in short answer. So when you want to build a house, we need brick. So when you place brick one after the other and build a house, likewise in a crystal, if we want to get a clear crystal, it will be packed by repeating units. That repeating units is called unit cell. So here you can assume that here one cube is there. So you arrange another cube above that and another cube above that, and here one cube, here one cube, here one cube and here one cube. Likewise there will be more repeating units will be present. So this one unit cell is the building block of a big crystal. So this basic repeating unit in a crystalline solid is called what? Unit cell. So this is one unit cell. So by having this unit cell I will build a big crystal. So one after the other I will place one unit cell above one unit cell, above and side to the unit cell, and nearer to the unit cell also, and I will build a big crystal. So this is a basic repeating unit in a crystalline solid, that is known as what? Unit cell. Now here there are 2 types of cell is there, that is primitive unit cell and non-primitive unit cell. So unit cell is divided into 2, that is primitive unit cell and non-primitive unit cell. primitive unit cell and non-primitive unit cell. So this primitive unit cell is nothing but it has only one lattice point. Only one lattice point is there. Then it is known as primitive unit cell, and the atoms are shared at the corner. And the atoms are shared at the corner. This is the corner. So we have 8 corners in this cube. And non-primitive unit cell, it is shared by more than one lattice points. More than one lattice point will be there. That is known as non-primitive unit cell. And the atom will be shared by faces or within the cell. Faces or within the unit cell. Faces or within the unit cell. And there are 7 types of primitive unit cell. They are orthorhombic, rhombohedral, tetragonal, hexagonal, monoclinic, triclinic, and cubic unit cell. So here there are 7 types of primitive unit cell, and in the 7 types of primitive unit cell there are different edge length. The edge length will differ, and also the crystallographic axis will differ. So there are 7 types of primitive unit cell, that is orthorhombic, rhombohedral, tetragonal, hexagonal, monoclinic, triclinic, and cubic unit cell. So in this 7 types of unit cell, the interfacial angle and the crystallographic axis will differ. So you can look at those diagrams. We are having the 7 types of unit cell, and in that 7 types of unit cell you can see the edge length will differ, and the crystallographic axis and the interfacial angle will differ in these 7 types of primitive unit cell. So we have 2 types of unit cell, that is primitive unit cell and non-primitive unit cell. So these are the 2 types of the unit cell. So in this unit cell, the primitive unit cell will have only one lattice point, and the non-primitive unit cell will have more than 2 or 3 lattice point, and then the atom will be shared by the faces or within the unit cell. So this is about the primitive and non-primitive unit cell. Now we will see the number of atoms in a cubic unit cell. So in a cubic close packed arrangement. So this is an example for cube. So I am having a cube. So we will have the number of atoms in a simple cubic unit cell. So simple cubic unit cell, it will be shortened as SC, or you can call it as SC cubic unit cell. That is here in a simple cubic unit cell, you can see the atom will be present only at the corner, or the similar atoms will be present only in the corner. Similar atoms will be present only in the corner. So you can see there are 8 atoms. So here in the cube, the atoms will be present only here one atom, 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 and here one atom, here one atom. So totally how many atoms are there in the corner? 8 atoms will be present. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here the similar kind of atom, they are not linked to each other. So inside the cube they are not linked to each other, and they are shared by 8 types of unit cell, or they are shared by 8 unit cell. So here the number of atoms in simple cubic unit cell, number of atoms in SC is equal to NC by 8. So NC will be equal to the number of atoms at the corner. So how many atoms are there in the corner? You can count. So this is one corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So so here 8 atoms at the corner. So 8 by 8 it is equal to 1. So number of atoms in a SC unit cell is what? 1. Then BC. BCC. That is, it is known as body centered cubic unit cell. BCC is nothing but body centered cubic unit cell. So in BCC, here the atoms will be shared at the corner, and one atom will be present in this body center. Body center. So here a similar kind of atom will be present in the corner. Similar kind of atom will be present in the corner. Apart from that, one atom will be present at the center. One atom will be present at the body center. Inside the body of the cube, one atom will be present. So here you can see 8 atoms at the corner and 1 atom at the center. So here the 8 atoms will be shared by 8 unit cell, whereas the atom present at the center will not be shared by any other unit cell, and it is shared by this unit cell alone. This cube will share this atom and not the other cubes or other unit cell. So here these atoms are not linked to each other, but they are linked to this atom like this. But these atoms are linked to this atom, linked to this body centered atom. So here the number of atoms in body centered cubic unit cell, or number of atoms in BCC, number of atoms in BCC will be equal to NC by 8 plus NB by 1. Here the body centered atom will be shared by 2 unit cell, so NB by 2. So NB by 1, so it will be equal to 8 by 8 plus 1 by 1, so it will be equal to 1 plus 1, it is equal to 2. So 8 by 8, so only one atom at the center, so 1 by 1. So NB will be equal to number of atoms at the body center, so 1. So 8 by 8 plus 1 by 1, it will be equal to 1 plus 1, it is equal to 2. So the number of atoms in BCC is what? 2. Then the number of atoms in face centered cubic unit cell. So the number of atoms in face centered cubic unit cell, that is this FCC. You can draw this diagram. So in FCC, similar kind of atom will be present at the corner. So corner, we are arranging some of the atom like this. So corner, we are having 8 atoms, and apart from the corner, one atom will be present at the faces. I told that which is this face, this is a face. So at the face center, one atom. Pottu vecha mari inga noppo 1 2 3. So here face centered we will place like this 1. So here 1, and then here also 2, then here 3, 4, then 5, then 6. So face centered. So here at the center of this cube, so the cube ku nera pottu vecha mari irukku pathingala, adhu mari center la irukum. So in the center la irunchina adu enadhu face centered cubic unit cell. So at the face center of the face, I am going to place one atom, that is this one. So 1 here, then 2, then 3, then here 4, then there 1 5, then here 1 6. So you can see 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14. So 8 at the corner, 6 at the faces. So here the number of atoms in the cubic unit cell, that is at the faces, it is shared by 6, and that atom, the face centered atom will be shared by 2 unit cell. The face centered atom will be shared by 2 unit cell. இந்த atom வந்து இந்த cube ஷேர் பண்ணிக்கிறோம், அப்புறம் பக்கத்தில் ஒரு cube இருக்குல்ல அதுவும் ஷேர் பண்ணிக்கிறோம். அப்போ 2 யூனிட் செல் வந்து இந்த ஆட்டத்தை ஷேர் பண்ணிக்கிறோம், ஃபேஸ் சென்டர்ட் ஆட்டத்தை. அப்போ கார்னரில் இருக்குது 8 யூனிட் செல், அப்போ NC by 8ன்னு போடுவோம். அண்ட் ஃபேஸ் சென்டரில் எத்தனை இருக்குது? இந்த ஃபேஸில் 1 இருக்குது. இந்த 1 வந்து என்ன பண்ணுவோன்னா இந்த க்யூபு ஷேர் பண்ணிக்கிறோம், பக்கத்தில் உள்ள க்யூபு இந்த இடத்த ஷேர் பண்ணிக்கிடுவாங்க. அப்போ இட் இஸ் ஷேர்ட் பை 2 யூனிட் செல். ஸோ நம்பர் ஆஃப் ஆட்டம்ஸ் இன் FCC, ஸோ நம்பர் ஆஃப் ஆட்டம்ஸ் இன் FCC, ஸோ இட் வில் பி ஈக்குவல் டு NC by 8 plus NF. So NF is nothing but number of atoms in the phase center. Phase center that is shared by 2 unit cell, no? So 2. So here 8 by 8 plus number of atom at the face. How many atoms are at the face? Face la ethana irukku? 1 2 3 4 5, inge 1 6. So 6 face irukku. 6 face la center la 1 1 irukku. appo 6 atoms. So here 8 by 8 and number of atoms at the face how much? 6. 6 by 2, then it will be equal to 1 plus 3 4. So number of atoms in face centered cubic unit cell is 4. Number of atoms in face centered cubic unit cell is 4. This can be asked in one word. Number of atoms in simple cubic is 1. Number of atoms in body-centered cubic unit cell is 2. The number of atoms in face-centered cubic unit cell is what? 4. So here you can accommodate 4 atoms. And then the number of this X-ray crystallography, this is very much used to study the structure of the crystal. So this X-ray crystallography that is used to study the structure of the crystal. So Sir Lawrence Bragg and Sir William Henry Bragg, they studied the crystals using this X-ray crystallography. So we are going to use one equation that is used to study the different parameters in the crystal or crystal structure. So this is nothing but n lambda is equal to 2d sin theta. N lambda is equal to 2d sin theta. This is known as Bragg's equation. N lambda is equal to 2d sin theta. This is known as Bragg's equation. Very, very important. Where n is the order of reflection. Where n is the order of reflection. Where n is the order of reflection. Lambda is the wavelength of X-ray. Lambda is the wavelength of X-ray. And d is the interplanar distance. Interplanar distance. Interplanar distance. And theta interfacial angle. And theta interfacial angle. N is the order of reflection, lambda wavelength of X-rays, d interplanar distance, and theta interfacial angle. And when you want to calculate the d, you can rearrange this equation as d is equal to n lambda by 2 sin theta. So this is how you can able to calculate d. And when you calculate d, from this the edge length can be calculated. That is a comma b comma c can be calculated. Edge length can be calculated. So this is a very, very important equation. That is n lambda is equal to 2d sin theta. That is Bragg's equation. N is the order of reflection, lambda wavelength of X-ray, and d interplanar distance, and theta interfacial angle. And this if you want to calculate d, you rearrange this equation n lambda by 2 sin theta, and the edge length can be calculated from these parameters. Then how to calculate the density of the unit cell. So density, it is given by d. That is density, it is given as rho, and this rho you can calculate density of unit cell. Density of unit cell is equal to mass of unit cell. Mass of unit cell divided by volume of the unit cell. Mass of unit cell divided by volume of unit cell, that is the first equation. Now we know that mass of unit cell is equal to total number of atoms that belongs to unit cell. Total number of atoms that belongs to unit cell into mass of one atom. Mass of one atom. Okay, that is second equation. And we know that mass of one atom will be equal to molar mass divided by Avogadro number. Molar mass in gram per mole divided by Avogadro number. Avogadro number is represented as Na in per mole. So what is this Avogadro number? 6.023 into 10 power 23. So mass of one atom is equal to molar mass in gram per mole divided by Avogadro number. That is the third equation. So mass of one atom, it will be given as m equal to capital M divided by Na. So that is the third equation. And this third equation you substitute in 2. So third equation you substitute in 2. Substitute 3 in 2. Then we will get So the total number of atoms n into m divided by Na. So n into m divided by Na, that is the fourth equation. Now we know that the density, the edge length of cubic unit cell. So the edge length of cubic unit cell, it will be A equal to B equal to C, and the volume of the cubic unit cell, it will be equal to A into A, that is equal to A cube. So when you substitute these things in first equation, we will get m rows equal to n into m divided by A cube into Na. So this is the fifth equation. So from this, here rho, n, m, A are all variables, and Na is the Avogadro number. Na is nothing but 6.023 into 10 power 23, and when you know three variables rho, n, m, A cube, among the four, when you know only three, you can calculate any other fourth variable. So this rho is nothing but the density of the unit cell, and n is the number of atoms that belongs to unit cell, and m is the molar mass, and Na Avogadro number, and A cube is nothing but volume of the cubic unit cell, cube only, so A cube. So this is the density of unit cell. So density of unit cell is equal to mass of unit cell divided by volume of unit cell, that is the first equation. So mass of unit cell is equal to total number of atoms that belong to unit cell into mass of one atom, that is the second equation. Then mass of one atom, we know it is equal to molar mass in gram per mole divided by Avogadro number in mole inverse. And so this is given as small m, and molar mass capital M, and this Avogadro number, it is represented as Na. Now when you substitute this 3 in 2, you get m equal to n into capital M divided by Na, that is the fourth equation. And we know that edge length of cubic unit cell, already I told that A equal to B equal to C. What is the edge length? You can look at the cube. A equal to B equal to C for a cubic unit cell, and volume of cubic unit cell, it will be equal to A into A, that is A cube. Now when you substitute this in first equation, what you will get? You will get rho is equal to, rho is nothing but density of the unit cell into n into m divided by A cube into Na. N is the total number of atoms that is belong to the unit cell, m is the molar mass, and A cube is the volume of the cubic unit cell, and Na, you know, it is nothing but Avogadro number, and here rho, n, m and A, they are all variables, and if you know only any three of the variables, you can able to calculate the other fourth one. So this is mainly used to calculate the density of the unit cell. Now we will see a problem. For example, in barium is an example for body centered cubic lattice whose edge length is 508 picometer, and we have to calculate rho. Rho is nothing but what? Density of the unit cell. And here they have given BCC. What is this BCC? Body centered cubic unit cell. So here we know the density, it will be given by the formula rho is equal to Nm divided by A cube into Na. So here n will be equal to 2. Total number of atoms in the cubic unit cell, already I have derived, that is n is equal to 2. Number of atoms for a cubic unit cell, already I derived, it is 2. Okay, you can see the previous one. Okay, n is equal to 2, and m is equal to, for BCC it will be 2. Okay, then m is equal to 137.3 gram per mole, that is nothing but molar mass, and here A, that is edge length, it is 508 picometer, and picometer we know it is equal to 10 power minus 8 centimeter. So 5.08 into 10 power minus 8 centimeter. So here you substitute all these values in rho. So 2 atoms into 137.3 gram per mole divided by 5.08 into 10 power minus 8 centimeter cube into Avogadro number, you know, 6.023 into 10 power 23 atoms per mole, and when you substitute you will get 3.5 gram per centimeter cube. It is very easy. So you want to know only the number of atoms for SC. SC it is 1, BCC it is 2, and for FCC it is 3. So when you know this one, you substitute in this, and you must know the molar mass also. So molar mass will be 137.3 for barium, and Avogadro number, you know, it is 6.023 into 10 power 23. So among these 3 values you will be knowing. So you substitute all those 3 values and the remaining 2 it will be given in the question. So you have to calculate the density, that is density is equal to 3.5 gram per centimeter cube. So in this session we have learnt about the crystal lattice and about unit cell, and there are 2 types of unit cell, primitive unit cell, non-primitive unit cell, and primitive unit cell there are 7 types. I told that is orthohedral, rhombohedral, monoclinic, triclinic, tetragonal, hexagonal, then what? Then cubic close packed, then hexagonal. So these are all the 7 primitive unit cell. Then we have learnt about the number of atoms in SC, number of atoms in BCC, number of atoms in FCC. Then we have learnt about the Bragg's equation, that is nothing but n lambda is equal to 2d sin theta. Then we have learnt how to calculate the density of the unit cell, that is rho. So that is the derivation of that one, that is very important. Then we have learnt how to calculate the density using one problem. So this problem you can copy it in your note, and you must know all the terms that are used in solid state: phases, edge length, interfacial angle, crystallographic axis, and interplanar distance. Everything you must know. I hope you understood today's class. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you.